and let's see what happens. But before we get into it, if anyone is interested in earning a point of DM inspiration, please give me a roll into chat. Otherwise, I will give the recap, and someone else will gain it. I see a 15 in the chat, going once, going twice. Sold to Lotus. And yeah, Kia, if you need to type tonight, or if you just need to give us emotes, that'll work. The whole night explained in GIFs, we will understand. Well, Lotus, it is sold to you. Give us the recap.
All right. So we did our last bit of time skip thing last session by going to the elven tomb that we had gone to before, this time with our good buddy Avalis in tow. And first thing we did was something we hadn't last time, was we actually examined the sarcophagus that was here, and with someone who could actually understand the writing, we found out that we had to take various items and use them in the nearby brazier to attempt to open it. The items were, let me check my notes here. Looks like a twig, pine cone, a feather, and a hand. And all of us are worried about who's going to have to give up a hand, but Gaiman came up with the genius idea of grabbing a hand from one of the zombies we had defeated before, and using one of those. So we chucked those in the brazier, used prestidigitation to light it, which then opened the hasset, which apparently had an unconscious person inside of it. Which, this lady here. Kind of worried about what she might do when we woke her up, and after putting it to a vote, decided to blindfold her and secure her hands behind her. And we did wake her up and got a bit of an explanation as to what her whole deal was. I did lose a little bit of it. Admittedly, Lotus wrote down most of the stuff, but apparently in the intervening time we found out that this person we woke up along with our Moon Maiden friend might have a little bit of a rivalry thing with our going on concerning our resident cleric here.
That's true.
Then Avalis cast Moonbeam on the moon dial, and we started another round of 7 questions with the magic mirror. Gaiman went up first, wanted to find out what the Arcane Brotherhood is up to. There were several participants there, including the albino tiefling that the mirror revealed last time that could fix Lotus's whole situation. They were doing some sort of weird ritual. We are not really entirely sure what was going on with that. Then Avalis got a few questions in, asking about the woman seen in your dreams, and after some weird smoke spilled out of his head, along with a talking fox, this little dude right here. After recovering from that, he had asked about what had happened to his people, the Eladrin, and the mirror showed us them walking into a giant iceberg north. Still not 100% sure what that was about, but it's something. All right. Then Avalis had asked about his destiny, what he had to do, and we saw the Red Yeti and its violent rampage, and then it turned, and we saw that it had Avalis's face, which freaked out him and everybody else.
Not true. I thought it was cool.
All right, yes, you did think was cool.
It did freak out Star Whisper. It did not freak out Sena.
Yeah, she seems to be really have a stone cold demeanor about most things. We found out. Next question was Lotus asked about how the mind flayers found her while she was on Earth, and apparently, when Lotus had purchased her first Weave phone, apparently a sharp bit that was on it had pricked her finger and had sent a message to the mind flayers who had said that it had psionic potential in her blood, and apparently that was actually in the terms and conditions, which, as she said, no one ever reads those things.
I will not replicate the racist voice, but I will ask the question: would you rather I eat the cuttlefish or with asparagus, or the vanilla paste?
Vanilla paste. I said it.
Right.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Prepare to be canceled.
Yep. I mean, because apparently, though, like, if you need some help with the grand design, why not Zoidberg?
I love it.
Right. And then Akia got the last two questions. The first asked about the schematics for Weave Phone, which it showed rather as a result of a sweatshop worker not being carried away after breaking a phone on the assembly line. And the final question was Akia asking where to find the materials to make one, and seeing a mine in Africa where, once again, various people being exploited for their labor, which, like Lotus very much agreeing that these Weave phones aren't necessarily made with the best of intentions. And with this and several other revelations, along with the possibly more surviving mind flayers and other people who were on the ship, we still decided that we were going to go along with trying to find this hag and get her off of our case. And I believe that was where we left off.
Perfect. You have earned a point of DM inspiration for tonight's session. Now, importantly, we need to ask the question of our Thane facts for this week. So, let us look at our list of famous Thanes. And Akia 13, would you be able to give us your Thane fact? I know that you're having troubles speaking today. Not a virgin because they do contain. Are you going to be typing yours out, or are you going to speak it aloud?
That was it.
It's actually not a virgin because they do contain some alcohol. Okay, I love it. You have earned a factspiration point. Boop. Let us go up to Alicia. Alicia, and hello, Lex. I haven't said hello to you today, so hello.
Hello. We all know that Alicia is a very religious person. I would like to think... What? No. Who would have guessed that? This is probably more of a meta thing than in character, but I guess if I was to rebuild Alicia, maybe making them a cleric of Selune could be a viable option. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking of like some of the other gods that could be, integrated with the whole theme of this campaign. I think Selune could be a pick.
Absolutely, with all of the moon maidens and other people who might be affiliated with the moon.
Yeah. I don't know. That's my fact.
this is completely immature, but if I ever played a character that was, a follower of Selune, their favorite thing to do to taunt the enemy would be to moon them.
Pull down their pants and move them.
Yep. I mean, it's on brand.
It is on brand. It is on brand.
I love it when things are on brand. Thank you, Lex, and I agree with you. I mean, you've met a moon mummy, you've met moon maidens, so many moons.
So many moons. So many moons.
Mm-hmm. I mean, do we need to talk about the first moon maiden that I'm sure that we all encountered in our lives? One whose name was definitely, as they say, localized when they were brought here to be introduced to us.
Wait, I'm blanking.
Someone who might fight evil by moonlight and find
love
by daylight.
Okay, sorry, that took a little while. You know what? That could actually work.
Like, who the hell is this guy talking about?
Whew, that was flying way over my head for a sec.
It's all good. It's all good. We got it. Alrighty. Well, now that we've got your Thane fact, let us ask Gaiman about their Thane fact for today.
This is going to sound a little off topic, but it will get to my point. So, retroactively, since I have improved my intellect, I now have a much greater appreciation for the theatre. But even when I was as dumb as a bag of hammers, one thing I hated, probably more about on par with people making fun of my mum or anybody's mum, is when people talk at the theatre. I think there's a special level of one of the hells that should be reserved for people that talk at the theatre. And I'm not proud of this moment, but I was sitting watching a play, one of the many plays that have been produced about George Union, the famous spy who always does things for king and country. And it was the opening scene, spectacular chariot chase, and these halflings keep yammering on behind me, and so they're like chucking them out. I turned around and told them, "Listen, you don't shut your asses up, I'm going to grab the usher and have you thrown out." And they got quiet. Well, I thought they were just halflings, but no, they were the halfling children. They were there with their dad. And, after the performance, he sought me out. He's only coming up to maybe my thigh. And he's like, "Listen, mate, you don't talk to my kids like that." Well, I was, not as tactful can be now. And so I did kind of make him cry in front of his kids. Because, in my mind, it's just, you don't talk at the theatre. You just don't. So yeah, my Thane fact is I hate people that talk at the theatre.
If only there was like an Alamo Theater in Icewind Dale.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like I'd love to see Gaiman do one of those no talking spots for them.
Well, you'd probably go something not like, how I scared, the David Bowie pub into not letting drug dealers in ever again. If you talk at the theatre, you might find me looming over you and I break your thumbs. Or maybe not. Do you want to risk it? I could be lurking anywhere.
Gaiman, the theater boogeyman. Y'all shut that phone off, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Oh, that's super weird. Because I have dark mode, but you guys don't have dark mode? Let me look at this.
Oh, my thing's, it's locked. For some reason, I can't unlock it.
I can unlock it. Let me save that. Maybe
Ooh,
that
hold on.
will unlock it for you guys. If not,
Oh, whatever
that
you
is
just did,
super
I could
strange.
save it, and it's now in dark mode, so it's good.
Well, boom. Well, Gaiman, you've earned Factspiration, but now we have to ask, last but not least, the Lotus. Tell us your fame fact for this evening.
Sure. Now, Lotus being a professional writer, like many professional writers, cut her teeth writing fan fiction. And in fact, even while she was a professional journalist, she still wrote fan fiction under a pseudonym. In fact, she liked writing fan fiction based off of her favorite tabletop role-playing game show, based off like here the Oxventurers Guild, and admittedly, she wrote some rather spicy ones involving herself and a dragonborn paladin by the name of Egbert the Careless.
Oh my gosh. Well, that is spicy.
And that's him.
Aw, I love seeing puppy pictures. And I love seeing pictures of Egbert.
Sorry to interrupt, but my wife got a bark box, and it was Harry Potter themed, and we gave our puppy the Sorting Hat.
Oh, that is incredibly adorable.
If you want to know what's really cool is when she eventually destroys it, there is a little thing, I think it's a tennis ball inside it, that tells us which house she has been sorted into.
Oh, that's cool. Love it. Well, everyone, we've been charged with Factspiration and DM Inspiration, and I need to tell you all that Akia 11 and Sanar have been added to your ally companion powers. Sanar's abilities: Moonlight Gaze. Target one creature you see within 30 feet of you. If the target can see you, the target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for 1 minute. The target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on success. That's once per long rest. Her passive ability: allies within 10 feet of you gain advantage on saving throws against being frightened. Akia 11. Their abilities: Sibling Guilt. Akia 11 targets one creature it can see within 60 feet. The targeted creature is overwhelmed with guilt and remorse, causing it to have disadvantage on attack rolls. This effect lasts until the creature successfully hits another creature with an attack roll. Gond's Blessing is its passive ability. Constructs and mechanical creatures are less likely to attack you on sight, recognizing the aura of Gond around you. Unless provoked, such creatures will be indifferent to you.
Cool.
Cool. So those are in your companion power sheet.
Ooh.
I wanted to give you the opportunity before you leave for the chasm to find the magical fishing hook. Is there any last minute supplying or items that you need to add to your sheets before you leave?
I already bought. And
Alright, looking up here, I should be good. I think I'm good on potions here. I always do like to carry at least some cash in hand on me, just in case we need it for something.
Oh, wait, weren't you going to sell stuff? Somebody was mentioning about selling loot.
Yeah, you can add 600 gold to your inventory because Lotus sold that hookah and the smoking jacket.
Yep, the stuff and embedded with several jewels. Where Lotus, just like myself, just wonders like, Why the hell do rich people have to take just regular, ordinary things and just bedazzle them like that?
Because they're assholes. That's why.
I guess I'll ask, does anyone want like a spell scroll made that I need to grab
Oh,
materials
yeah.
for before we leave? No, I'm gonna work on your stuff.
No. Hold on. Yeah, so I believe I used the I think I've only used the one. But the scroll of featherfall, so my parachute, as it were, it needs to be repacked.
Yeah, I got that. I got that on my to-do list.
Awesome.
All right, I'm gonna
Excellent.
grab
Oh,
some crafting material.
I've got the I'm completely blanked on this, but the 6 silvered arrowheads. Akira, do you want those to like make into proper silvered arrows?
If you want, I don't have like a use for them, but if you want me to.
Well, no. I meant like, as something to work on, if it's not an inconvenience.
Sure, that's fine. How much silver do you have?
Well, it's just the 6 arrowheads. They're already silvered. It's just they need to be attached to shafts.
Oh, yeah, sure. Where'd those
Right.
come from? I don't remember that at all.
I found them a while back.
Okay.
I think I found them at the same time that I found it's like a cup. Just some random loot. Yeah, a wooden cup with winged fish etched into the side. Found out that whole lot at the same time. And I'm sorry, it's a bit unofficial. I'll just put them down as things.
I think I accidentally
Declined?
closed. Yeah, I was typing and it like refocused.
All right, hero.
How much is like 20 arrows is like a gold, right?
Yes, it
Something
is.
like that.
Okay, I'll subtract a gold to get some arrows. Okay, I'm just gonna buy like a 20 pack of arrows so I can make some silvered arrows. All right.
Cool.
I've got crafting materials to work on. To repack Gaiman's parachute, quote unquote, and to craft another cure wounds injectable. All right, I think I'm ready.
All right. Well, then we shall begin. Are you guys kitting up your B team, adding your new B team members to your sheets?
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
Hell yeah. Moon Maiden ×2.
I would say before we go out, I would walk up to Alicia and say, like, Alicia, do you mind if I talk to you for a second? Just getting her away from the other two. It's like, don't mind, you all mind if I just borrow Alicia for a minute?
I don't see why not. What do you wish to speak about, Lotus?
All right, I wait till I get out of earshot of the other two, and it's like, you. All right, Alicia, I'm probably not the best one to give you advice on this, but I just want to make sure you're aware. You know what's going on with those two, right?
Yep. I am fully aware. Oh, this is going to be a very interesting trip.
All right, it's just make sure you keep an eye on it. Make sure it doesn't get too heated, because jealousy is a very dangerous thing that does terrible things to people, and I say this from personal experience.
No, I agree. Just have to make sure they stay focused on the task at hand. Well, we've only known Shinar for a very short amount of time, so there's definitely no expectations or anything there. Just have to establish that up front. I'm already committed. Or at least I think I am.
Also, other thing, like, if you ever need to use that guidance thing on me, if it's possible, could I have you, like, just, like, touch my shoulder or something? Because, like, look, there's only one person who I really like touching my ass, and you just hear eyes wander over towards Watto.
Where did this come up?
Isn't that what you did to Gaiman when you used guidance on him?
Oh. I see. That was just a little bit of playful banter. But yes, I will respect your wishes if you do not want me to touch you there.
Yes, thank you. But, well, look here. Looks like I have everything I need for our trip. Let's go see about taking care of a hag.
Yes. Oh, and I think... Did I tell you all what I divined the other day? Can't remember. Hold on. I did receive something back.
Even if you have, it might be worth sharing it again.
I'm trying to remember where I put it. Oh, that's what it was. I was gonna go back to the video and write down what the answer was. Fuck. Orf, do you have it?
For the crazy answers.
So the first divination I did, that was for the hag, about her labyrinth. It was something about like navigating it with like the light or something like that. But yeah, I didn't get the. I didn't actually write down the words. I meant to go back and do that.
Yeah, give me one moment. I'll pull that up.
My bad.
It's all good. We're all just travelers here in the lands of Icewind Dale, trying to find the truth.
I'm just a simple man trying to make my way through the galaxy.
While he's doing that, just so y'all know, if y'all want goggles of night made, so y'all can see in the dark, we need eyes from a creature with dark vision, and some metal such as mithril or adamantine.
And I have those answers for you when you're ready. So if you are needing the answers about Maud, I'll post those into chat here.
Yes, that would.
And then I will read them. In the lair where shadows creep, follow the moon's soft glow so deep. Avoid the whispers, trust the light, and Chisselbone's mazes. You'll navigate right.
So yes, Alicia would inform the group that was the divination that she received back. So it seems as long as we are able to follow some sort of light while we're there, we'll be able to reach this hag as safely as possible.
Avoid the whispers.
I'm not gonna lie. You using the word safe and hag in the same sentence is a bit fun.
I agree, it is. This is going to be perilous, not gonna lie. But also, we were hearing whispers or seeing illusions when she was trying to harass us on our way back from the fortress. So that does kind of keep in line with that. But, yeah. You just have to be careful.
Oh, and question for the DM. I just want to make sure of this, because the mention of whispers reminded me. At any point during our month-long time skip, has Lotus heard or seen any sign of Asmodeus or any of his minions trying to get in touch with her?
So far, it has all been dark from the Dark Lord. So, for the moment, the influence of Asmodeus has not darkened your door or the door of your lover, Watto.
She does voices to the party and say, like, you know, I haven't heard anything from Asmodeus in a month, and admittedly this does concern me, because I'm wondering what he might be planning for me.
Well, devils usually like to strike when you least expect it, so...
So
I also-
clearly the logical solution is to always be expecting Asmodeus.
As tiresome as that is, Gaiman's got a point.
So something else to keep in mind, that this hag might try to use our fears against us, so best we keep that in mind.
Orpheus, I'm terribly sorry. So, was there a convenient way to like go and get the fish hook, or did we just decide we're gonna skip that and just go for broke?
There is a convenient way to go get the fishhook. You guys know that the last party that went after the fishhook went to a place known as the Cackling Chasm, near the spine of the world. It is a well-known location by the trappers and hunters of Icewind Dale, for no matter how close, no matter how far, if you are near the Cackling Chasm, you can hear what sounds like the deranged laughter of hyenas on the wind coming from it. And that is the last known location of the hunting party that went after the magical fishhook.
Oh, we're doing it. We're going after the fish hook.
I was told
Okay.
you all were going after the fishhook.
Okay. It's been a week.
Oh, for sure.
I mean that both in the literal sense, because it has been a week since we played, but also in the sense that it's been a stressful week. My brain is fried.
100%.
It's all good.
Brain tacos, some might say. Tacos.
Swiss cheese.
I'm good to go if everyone else is.
All right, I'm good.
All right. Exiting the gates of Bryn Shander. I assume you're all staying there because the towns, of course, are still being rebuilt. Many of them will probably never be rebuilt unless someone takes the initiative to build them over. As you know, Avalus, with a heavy heart, cannot make it to this mission. Well, his player can't. But Avalus, the player character, will go. He says, "Everyone, I will be coming with, but I have a lot on my mind. Since the last time we met, well, a fox came out of my head, and I've just been dealing with that. And it's been a lot."
Yeah, that's not...
So Avalus will come with you.
That's not something that happens normally, so I can understand that.
Thank you all for understanding. And, it feels as if I had to give control of myself to another, temporarily. I don't know who I would trust. If anyone would like to control Avalus's character during this arc while he is gone, who trusts themselves to do so?
I don't. I am notoriously bad at running other people's characters, so I'm not going to do it.
If I understand the build, I can do stuff with it, but I don't understand druids. Never played as one, I'm afraid.
Okay, then I shall do so. I shall man this druid and his foxy companion. All right. You all know that the Cackling Chasm beckons you forward. In the shadow of the spine of the world, this maw echoes, howls upon the wind, the sound of maniacal laughter of hyenas. The tales of fishers, trappers, and hunters speak of the missing fishhook that lies within the chasm. It is up to you all to rescue this fishhook as a part of the puzzle to stop the hag. Y'all roll a d20 if you want a magic item. So you must push out into the world, into the Dale, to rescue this fishhook. And so begins a skill challenge. So we need to go to our skill challenge map. Give me one moment. I have to pull up the map. The snowfield map.
I'll take the ring. So, ulcer unequipped. Regular shield equipped. Ring. Oh, never mind. I can't do that because it requires attunement and I'm already full up. I'll take the shield.
I think the shield actually takes attunement as well.
Does it?
Yeah, there's
God.
a repulsor shield. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, then I'll just do the +1.
I don't know the +1 right now. I forgot it in exchange for the repulsor
Oh, you don't?
shield.
Then someone else can take the magic item.
Alright, Gaiman.
You rolled next
One.
highest, you got it.
Gaiman, you could have a repulsor shield or a radiant weapon.
Ooh, I like the idea of a radiant weapon.
Alright, that's it.
Excellent. Well, you are all now on the dog sleds, your companions mushing them along. Avalus needs to be in the boat. Or in the boat. In the sled with you.
In the bolt.
In the boat. The cold wind biting at your feet. Or biting at your faces, excuse me, as you begin to descend out into the Dale. Even from this distance away, you can faintly hear the laughter of hyenas echoing around you, growing louder with each mush of the sled dogs. This path is slick and treacherous. You must tread carefully to avoid the dangers of the night. So, I need to grab everyone. And I need to remember that I am playing, or actually we'll just leave Avalis out of the skill challenge, because he is not here. And I will roll you all into initiative. And let's get some banger-ass music in here.
Oh, God, that's bright as fuck. Never mind.
Okay, two banger.
It wasn't.
Perfect. All right, everyone. So we will begin this skill challenge. Lotus, for this skill challenge, you all need to accumulate 4 successes before you hit 4 failures, lest you suffer a complication. There are 3 secret skills to this challenge, and the DC is a 16 for this opening round. So how do you help the party?
Let's see. Let's see. Let's see here. I would like to attempt an investigation check by saying that I'm trying to figure out how to do this. By I think probably the best way to do this would be like that I'm basically looking at things like what I've learned in my research of the region during my time here of like topography and weather patterns or anything like that that will help us out.
Excellent. Go ahead and give us that check. That's perfect.
Tell you what, let me go ahead and roll my Factspiration to add to
Yeah, you're
that.
pretty close there.
That's probably a good call.
All right.
Very good call.
21. All right.
That's a success. Oh, and sorry, everyone. I need just to remove Avalis. Avalis is just sitting back being moody. With your knowledge of the region, you know the exact way to get to the Cackling Chasm and the way to avoid any potential pitfalls on your way there.
All right. Yep. I'll share that and I'll be sure to share that with the rest of the party.
Perfect. All right, and I'm just going straight down the line here. I know that's not how we typically play, but skill challenges are a little different. Art Gaiman, you know that Lotus is shouting out correct commands to everyone, giving her heartfelt best. How do you provide assistance here in this skill challenge?
I don't know how you. So, to aid the sled dogs, I'm gonna direct them to like get out up front. But I'm gonna get out Woody the spear, and I'm gonna use the blunt end as like those gondola drivers in that you get down in the southern islands. I'm going to use that to like provide extra momentum, blazing a path, assisting with like, getting over like hidden rocks and debris and what have you. So I guess I could, I'd like to use athletics, but it could be like survival or maybe animal handling if I'm like working with the sled dogs. I mean, whatever you want to call for it.
I love it. Give us an athletics check. That'll work.
All right.
All right. 25. Very good check. You're able to operate exactly how you're wanting to here, using your mastery of your body to ensure your team does not go off path. Perfect. We will go to Akia. Akia, investigation has been used so far, and so is athletics. And you guys are sitting at 2 successes of the 4 that you need.
I'd like to use nature to try and help us avoid any like animals' domains that might get us into like a fight or something. Territorial. Try to avoid territorial animals and possibly flora, dangerous flora as well, because you never know. It's D&D.
Yeah, there could be a dangerous pine trees.
Hey, you don't want to mess with those treants. They don't fuck around.
I can't see.
You were at. You can't see. You rolled a 12.
No, I'm just saying. I'm like, I'll look out for dangerous signs of territories, and I'm like, oh, I forgot I can't see in the dark.
Or you could remember you have expiration.
Yeah, you're at a 12. You need a 16.
Sure.
Hey,
You're at a 16. That is a success.
also, you don't have to worry about those treants. I hear they're all bark and no bite.
Oh, he's come to play, boys.
See,
It's only because Gibby ain't here. It's only because Gibby ain't here. I'll make all the puns I want because he ain't here.
And we need to,
No.
we can't tell him what he's missing.
Nope.
Just not tell him.
He's got to watch the VOD.
Absolutely. Okay. Akia, you have brought your success total up to 3 successes, no failures. Alicia.
Okay. Keeping it simple. Just looking out for danger. Since I have dark vision from Danica, I think this should be okay. So here's perception.
Oh my gosh, that is a critical success, 10 over. So we are at 5 successes. You are able to spot any potential issues that may potentially arise. And you see clear roads ahead of you as you all make your way closer and closer to the Cackling Chasm. We are entering into round number 2. Deeper into the Dale. The echoing laughter has become a constant, maddening drone. The expanse of tundra ahead of you is starting to turn into a winding labyrinth of evergreen trees. The trees are slick with snow and hanging ice, and the air is thick with danger. Every shadow seems like it is moving. Every sound of the laughter, a potential threat. This hook that you are after is hidden within the chasm, just within your grasp. There are 3 new secret skills, and we need 5 successes before you get to 4 failures. The DC has risen to a 17. Oh, now we are back to Lotus.
All right. We'll go and switch it up this time. I would like to... I haven't gotten to bust this out in a while, so I would like to use my knowledge of Arcana to see if I can maybe help us figure out a way through this labyrinth here. See if I can what I know about the arcane might be able to help us through this situation.
Excellent. Let's use Arcana here. And Arcana is one of the secret skills, by the way.
23.
Because it is a secret skill, the DC was only a 12, meaning that is a critical success, bumping you up to 2 successes.
It has to do with all that studying that Watto and I have been doing.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So that means you guys are at 2 successes, and you are able to navigate through the woods using your Arcana skill, checking for any magical surges of energy. Now we're up to Gaiman.
So, with the pine trees, is it a close-in kind of labyrinthine, or are there like stray, younger saplings here and there that are like standalone or whatnot?
In this forest, there are several younger trees kind of separated from the larger bank of large trees, and there is large contingencies of adult pines as well.
All right, so not wanting to send the whole bloody forest ablaze, I would like to attempt to light, given how dry the air tends to be, and these climbs, the younger saplings, well, maybe not saplings, but the trees that are apart from the main copses, a fire with my Remoraz whip
Holy shit! Okay.
to light our path.
Excellent. Okay. To demonstrate this, why don't you give us an attack roll with your weapon?
All right. Hold on one second. You know what? If you feel that there needs to be some kind of, I don't want to say punishment, but something to balance the scales, I would like to use this attack and use a reckless attack to give myself advantage.
Excellent. So, what we'll say here, there will be a harsher complication if you do end up failing this attack. There we go.
Right.
Okay.
Oh shit!
That's a 12, and we were looking for a 17.
All right. I'm gonna see if I can't, pull my fat out of the fire. I'm gonna use my fat inspiration.
Absolutely.
It's close. May not make it. Yeah, don't make it.
Ooh, that is 1 under, so you're pretty close.
I know, but you know what? Everyone wants to know what a critical failure looks like, and well, I'll fail.
All right. Well, we will say, because you used the attack roll here, you attacked recklessly. As you whip the trees about, that cackling laughter you heard starts to intensify around you as you feel there's a presence in these woods. So you guys are sitting at 2 successes, 1 failure. Akia.
I would like to persuade the sled dogs that they are good dogs.
Excellent. There's a skill for that, right?
Yeah.
It's called persuasion, not animal handling, because that's bad for me. Please. Actually, persuasion and animal handling for you are the same. Ooh, holy shit. Yeah, you succeed. The dogs all look at you and say, thanks, boss. In dog. I don't know if you can understand dog, but it's pretty clear that they are saying thank you. Okay. With 4 successes, well, hold on. That was 3 successes, 1 failure. Alicia, you could potentially pull everyone's butt out of the fire here if you're able to get a critical success. But if not, you'll be at 4 successes. You guys might have to suffer a complication moving into round number 2 of this stage of the challenge. So what do you have for us, Alicia?
I would like to make... I'm debating between history and religion to try and get a sense of what a hag is capable of doing. But I also feel like that could be Arcana.
And old what's her name? Old Lotus has used Arcana in this challenge, so that would be at a 5 higher DC.
Oh, it went up. Okay, never mind.
She used it in stage 2.
Diminishing return.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with religion to see what I can, from some of the texts that I've read about Icewind Dale and kind of navigating through this place, if there's been like any previous stories or tips that people have written down. All right, and here comes history.
Going for some history? Absolutely. Yep. History at a 23. History is one of the secret skills to recall old tales, legends, and all sorts of information about what has been going on. So that's a critical success because the DC for the secret skill was a 12 and you rolled a 23. So that's 5 successes. So the cackling continues to follow you, but at a far enough pace that you can outpace them with your dogs. Gaiman, your fiery whip has not come back to whip crack you all yet. All right, into the final part of the challenge. The DC is going to rise to an 18. You all need to get 6 successes before you hit 5 failures. The chasm. You can see it on the horizon. The clouds have grown thicker since leaving Bryn Shander. Even from this distance, the ground is littered with bones. There is an aura to this place, and the laughing has intensified in the air. There are 3 new secret skills. Lotus. There are a lot of bones around here.
Tell you what, I think this time, I'll try to throw the hag off her game a little bit, and I'll do, basically heckle her and say, like, it's like, do you really think this is scary? I've seen scarier decorations in a Spirit Halloween store. And that's my attempt at intimidation, and I would like to spend one of my DM inspirations to roll with advantage.
Absolutely.
Oh, shit.
Even with it, it's not enough.
Correct. And intimidation here in round number 3 was not one of the secret skills. So that is a failure. It's not a critical failure, but you guys are starting off at -1. We need to get to 6 successes before you get to 4 failures. Gaiman, you're up.
I feel like there was a trans-dimensional divide. She was probably thinking to herself, I don't know what a Spirit Halloween store is. I don't get that insult.
Yeah, you all are probably wondering, like, what the fuck is she talking about?
Absolutely. She's just sitting there with her crystal ball, smoking, having her tit into the pump that pulls out her titty milk to make her hag crystal. Anyways, Gaiman, you're ready.
All right, so I would like to. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do this. I would like to make a performance check. I feel like the dogs, like the rhythm's being thrown off, like the laughing and the terrain shifting. So I'm going to put out my drum and I'm going to beat a rhythm for the dogs to like try and keep up to. You know, kind of like drummers will beat to keep rowing tempo and things like that.
Absolutely. So you're pulling out your drum to start acting as the bosun and keep these people online. All right.
Yes.
Give us a. So is this a performance check with your drum?
Yes, it is. I would also like to use a Deem Inspiration to roll with advantage.
Absolutely.
Somehow the drum keyed off of intelligence. Don't know why.
Most of the time, those skills do key off of a intelligence skill, but hey, a D20, you roll a 16 plus your proficiency bonus. That's a success. So you guys hear Gaiman, and he's laying down a sick beat, and the dogs like look back, and they give you a nod. And if you've ever seen the film The Longest Yard, it's like when Terry Crews, Michael Irving, and Nellie all walk out and they announce, "We're going to play." And the dogs start to take off faster towards the chasm. So we're sitting at 1 success, 1 failure. Well, now we're up to Akia.
All right. Something I've done before, I'll try and do again. I'm going to send out the bright lights. Maybe get some of these tinkering lights running lights on the sleds going. I'm going to try and boost them with Arcana.
Okay, it is a new stage of the challenge, so you could use Arcana with no limiting returns here. My gosh, that is a success. You guys are sitting at 2 successes, 1 failure, and you need to get to 6 successes. Excellent. So your Arcana check tells you that you are growing even closer and closer to the chasm, and the magics of these hyenas, or this hyena-like laughter, is the work of the Knoll, if you are aware of those. Alrighty, then we shall move forward to Alicia, the last person to go.
All right.
This round.
With a little bit of that information, could I make a religion check to see if there's some way of dispelling this whole cacophony that is assaulting us?
Absolutely. See if you can try to get rid of the laughter.
Yeah.
A religion of 26. Here's what you know. You know that this laughter is for realsies. You know that it is actually coming from within the chasm. You can tell that this is not a religious phenomenon. This is not the work of magic. There are actual hyenas. There are actual gnolls in that chasm. You will have to fight when you get in there. Or you will have to be clever.
Okay. All right. We'll share that information with the rest of the team.
Absolutely. So you guys are at 3 successes, 1 failure, but you are not at 6 successes quite yet, so you're about to have a complication. Can I have one person roll me a d6 into the chat, please? Okay. The first one I saw was a 1. All right, everyone. I need everyone that is a player character to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Ah, shit.
Do I see the danger coming?
You do see it coming.
Oh god, it's vinegar strokes! I saw you at Saul. It's not good.
Oh no! The number you were attempting to hit here
Was higher than 12, I suspect.
is, we got a 16, a 19, a 12, and 18. So 18 succeeds, 19 succeeds, 16 fails, 12 fails. The number you were trying to hit is a 18. So if you have any resources here to pump that up to an 18. Otherwise, you feel...
Nah, I'm not gonna succeed at a cost here. We got a fight coming up. I don't want to get any debuffs.
Yeah.
Nope, not yet. Nope.
I'll
Do it.
I'll hit. What was the DC?
The DC is an 18. Same
Yeah,
as the skill check of the challenge.
Let's see. Am I in range? Am I in range to hit? Am I in 30 feet of Lotus?
Yes, I would say for the skill challenge, you're within 30 feet.
Okay, I'll bump hers up to a 21.
Okay. Now, Alicia, you're at a 12. You could potentially bump that up to a successful with roll with your Faxpiration.
That's a slim chance. I'll take it.
Okay. Here's what you see happen. Most of you in the boats, I keep saying boats, in the sleds are able to avoid shadowy, ghost-like hands, animating skeletal bones that rip up from the snow into the sleds. Except for Alicia. Alicia, as these hands reach up and grab your legs, they leave a small burn on the outside of your armor that you can feel on your skin below it, giving you the unlucky status.
Yeah.
We are into round 4. Lotus, you heard a scream of pain, and you see that Alicia has a burn mark on her leg. A skeletal burn mark.
Thinking. All right. I guess we'll say this where seeing what's going on and trying to avoid the hands and everything. The hands, sort of playing off that. I guess want to make acrobatics check to basically just keep avoiding them and like anything else that might try to jump out at us.
Absolutely. Give us an acrobatics. DC is still at an 18.
Dirty 20.
A dirty 20 is enough. That has taken you guys, I believe, to 4 successes, 1 failure. You need to get to 6. All right.
All right.
Game end. You are ever closer to the Cackling Chasm ahead of you. What do you do?
I don't know if you want to call this a challenge or a performance. So we can like see the chasm, you know.
Right.
All right. Gainan would like to. I know we were thinking about going into stealthy, but this may minimize the carnage. He would like to issue a challenge to the alpha of the node.
Oh my gosh, okay.
So he's going to bellow out, I, Game in the Glaive, lay claim to this pack of no's. I challenge your alpha, man to man. Single combat, winner takes all. And I will use a demon inspiration to roll with advantage.
I love that.
I will use performance since I'm trying to, project and be intimidating and manly and whatnot.
Performance is one of the secret skills. A 17 is a success because it's a secret skill. The DC was only a 13.
All right.
Alrighty. You guys are almost there. Almost there. Akia, you're at 5 successes, I believe.
All right. I think I'll use sleight of hand to try and help navigate with the reins. I guess that work.
Sure. Ooh,
I don't think I can bump that.
11 is pretty far away from the DC. The DC was an 18, so you're at 5 successes, 2 failures. So potentially you could fail this challenge depending on what happens with Alicia's check.
All right.
Mhm.
I think Alicia is pretty upset that one of these undead decide to lay their hands on them. So we can use abilities and stuff, right?
Correct. To gain either advantage or potentially just a success.
Okay, I'm gonna use a channel divinity for turn undead.
Oh!
Fuck the nonsense. And yeah, with the level, I think it was level 6 or 5, I can't remember which one, but it gave smite undead. So I roll a number of d8s equal to my wisdom score, which is or wisdom modifier, which is 5. So it was 5d8. So 27 radiant damage, and then any undead that is close to me is frightened and incapacitated for a minute.
Fuck your couch!
Yep.
Now I'm going to rule this. You unleash this holy light that vanquishes the shadows from nearby, the skeletal hands trying to pull down your sled, and you all arrive near the Cackling Chasm. Your dog sleds pull up, you skid, and you can see the challenge ahead of you. And I need to move you all the chasm map. Your allies look to you and they will ask you as you are pulling up. Do you wish... This is, of course, your newest ally for us to stay at the boat. Or not the boat, at the sleds. Why do I keep saying boat, everyone? You're not on a boat.
Land yachts.
On the land
yachts.
I suppose we could leave that up to Alicia. Wasn't Alicia taking them as the reward, basically?
Oh, is this for all the B team or just...
Well, the new one, I think, is the most in question.
They can... I don't see the harm in them being with us.
A voice will call out to you all. You recognize this voice. It is the voice of Watto, and Watto will say, I think you all should move forward as the forward group. Allow us to stay back. We want to make sure that the sled and the sled dogs aren't eaten by gnolls. I can hear the cackling laughter from within. It is quite chilling, actually. I'm the opposite of titillated.
Well, I think it's time to heat things up. As Gaming is, cracking his Remoraz whip. He's still looking for that alpha.
All right. Make sure you all stay safe. We'll go on ahead.
Am I stuck in a wall, or is it just like I'm in an awkward place?
I believe we're in a narrow passage.
Okay, so let me, and I'll turn that off. I can only handle it. As you approach the south end of the chasm, a grim sight. There you go.
Thank you.
Sorry, I placed you guys in what I thought was not a wall. Can you guys all see? So let me explain.
Yep.
You
I can
approach
see
the
better now.
south end of the chasm. A grim sight greets you. There are stacks of human skulls. Humanoid skulls flank the cave entrance here and here. Their empty eye sockets stare blankly ahead. Icy steps descend down into the cave. Upon closer look, each skull bears a crude symbol drawn in blood.
Alicia,
Does Cayman recognize the
these
symbol?
symbols-
To recognize the symbol, you would need to make a religion check.
I can try.
I can give you advantage.
These symbols appear to be some part of a Gnoll religion.
You recognize that the symbol is that of the demon prince, Yadagu. Yadagu is known as the originator of the Gnoll race. He said he brought the Gnolls with him from the abyss. And with it, their penchant for slaughter.
So, remember how we talked about Gratz being the demon lord of hedonism and pleasure and sex, but on a little bit more on the violent side?
Not specifically, but let's say we did, and you remind me.
Yeah. Well, this would be a demon lord on the kind of wanton slaughter, chaos, and just mayhem. That Knowles worship.
Mm.
So we're probably going to be dealing with some demonic influence. So where's everyone
Duly
else?
Jamin's going to sort of step into this walkway here, and he's going to call out, "I challenge the Alpha, in my name as well as for the glory of Tempest. Your chaos, your slaughter, I will bring order to your pack. And if you will not yield, I will grind you under my boot. Cowards, face me!"
As you yell that, you hear cackling laughter come from within. Oh, and Alicia, how are you moving through there?
I don't know. Okay, there we go.
So as you yell that, you hear someone or voices call out. Does anyone speak Abyssal? How are you doing that?
Yeah, somehow we were
Akia?
on the side of the wall.
Okay. They start to say in a mixture of Abyssal and in common. Food, 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 food. And a pack of gnolls begins to run towards you all from within the cave.
Yeah. So create bonfire if I have an opportunity, or just roll initiative.
Yep, roll initiative. Gaiman starts yelling for an alpha, and these guys just start running towards you guys. So we'll roll initiative. And let me roll for all these NPCs. As the Gnoll Flesh Gnawers wish to go into battle. Oh, and we need Avalis to be in here too. And Akia, I'm not seeing an initiative roll from you.
Weird.
There we go. All right. Well, it looks like Avalis is the first to roll. Avalis says, I hear them crying out for food. Should I give them food? Is that what they're after?
I think they want to eat us.
I see. Ooh, that's rough. Well, let's see how they deal with this. And they will step forward. And they will kind of come up to here. And they'll say, I heard you want some food. Why not have some of this? And he will target this gnoll as a bonus action. They will say, Shillelagh! And let's see. A 14 hits as he bonks this gnoll right across the noggin with his Shillelagh for 13 points of damage. And they all begin to laugh and cackle. And Avalis will say, I thought that was going to work. Okay. And he will pass to Akia. Akia, it's your turn.
So We are in like the middle of a ravine right now, so there's like walls up on the sides. I can't see much. But
You
is
are at
that
the
sort of-
entrance to the chasm, and Avalos just ran down into the chasm and is now fighting 4 gnolls.
Okay, well, I think, would it be possible to like run along the side of the chasm, then drop down in front of like Gaiman here? That's as far as I can see.
You can run through your allies with no movement penalty. I'm not gonna. However, you did run right through. Did you avoid the skeleton bones at all, or no?
Yeah, I don't think I want to like bust through the giant piles of skeleton bones. That would be
Okay, so you
wonky.
avoid those, no problem. You head in.
All right, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I think I'm going to try and move 5 more feet so that Gaiman can get in unobstructed. Gaiman, you
Okay.
look like you're coming in, right?
Yeah, as soon as I get my turn.
Don't know where to move. You know what? I think maybe if I move here, Gaiman will be able to get in easier. Does that look about right?
Yep.
All right.
Looks good to me.
I'm going to use my bonus action to activate my temp HP, and I'm going to attack this guy here on my left.
Sure.
With Thunder Gauntlets.
An 11 will miss. He ducks out of the way of your punch and says, "Food, food, food." An 11 catches him, or excuse me, a 15 catches him for 11 damage. And he has disadvantage to attack anyone else who is not you. However, you have triggered his reaction. He will use his vicious reprisal upon you.
Okay.
That is a 23 to hit
Wow.
for 21 points of slashing damage. As you hit him, he basically just jumps on you and just starts tearing you apart with his claws and his teeth.
Hey guys, this is very painful.
Excellent. Anything else for Akia?
Their teeth and claws are both surprisingly sharp, and I'll pass to Gaiman.
No, you won't. A like will steal.
Oh.
Like will look at you and say, "Tastes bad. Metal. You go in the pit." And it will target you. And it's going to use its action to try to grapple you, Akia. Rolled a 10. Can you roll me an athletics or acrobatics check? You say, "No, I'm not going to go in the pit."
I would prefer not to go in a pit.
Absolutely. So it unfortunately can't grab you and try to throw you into the pit, which it really wanted to do. It is going to pass to the temperamental gnoll. Temperamental gnoll is going to kind of get into here. And it's going to target Gaiman. It's going to make a multi-attack. It is going to start first with its poisonous bite against Gaiman. That is a 23 to hit Gaiman as its mouth kind of comes from around to the corner and bites onto your leg.
That definitely hits.
Yes, can you give me a constitution save? Otherwise, you're going to be poisoned by gnoll poison for the next minute. All right, you succeed. You are able to shrug off the effects of its gnoll poison. It will then make a claw attack at you. About a 12 will miss as it was attempting to hook you with its barbed claws. And that is it for the gnoll. Inappropriate gnoll is going to target Avalos. It's going to attempt to claw him. first time. That is a hit. You see that Avalis is stuck with this creature's like barbed claws. Trying to see, do druids get shield? They do
Nope.
not. Sorry. So Avalis screams out in pain as this creature's claws dig into his body, and then the creature tries to take a bite out of Crime. And do. And Avalis will need to make a Constitution saving throw. He fails. Even his Vaxpiration won't get him up to that, which he does not have. Yes, he is poisoned. All right, and they will go ahead and then pass. Oop, Avalis is already gone. To Lotus. Lotus, you can hear some of your allies screaming out in pain as they're getting bitten and clawed in there.
Alright, well, I'm the squishy spellcaster, so I am not going to run into the thick of combat. And since I see only the two of you in front of me, I'll go ahead and bust this out since I hear. I'm going to spend 3 sorcery points, so I can twin spell. And what you all see as this comes up is you see her hold up the right index finger on her hand, and she starts moving it clockwise. And as she does, you see this ethereal version of a clock face show up, and you hear her say, "Time, time, time. See what's become of me." And I am going to twin spell haste on Gaiman and Alicia.
Oh.
I will give you guys the haste buff.
All right. It's like as you feel, it's like you guys feel your heart, the adrenaline pumping through your veins, and Lotus will just smile at you and just say, "Get in there and give them hell." And I'm just going to go ahead and hold here.
I love it.
And I will then go ahead and pass to Gaiman.
All right, Gaiman, you're hasted.
All right. I'm going to position myself. So, haste, it's an extra action that can only be like an attack or. Oh, yeah, I'm just going to use it for an attack. All right. So, bonus action, rage.
Sorry, guys, I don't know why the game paused. We're good. Oh,
Did I just trigger a pit?
Yes. So, Gaiman, you walk into that step, and the knoll you see was kind of pressing itself against the wall. And can you give us a dex save? And yes, you do have advantage because of danger sense. If you fall in, okay, you are able to avoid falling into the pit. But the pit is now uncovered, so I will uncover the pit. You believe if you fell in, it would have hurt, as there are pointy things at the bottom.
All right, so I'm going to. Which node is this? Can't tell. Anyway, I'm targeting one. I'm going to whip him recklessly.
All right, a like is slashed, and that triggers his trap card because he's had his turn. So his vicious reprisal will go off, and Gaiman attacked recklessly.
Yep.
What were you going to say, Matt?
Hopefully this makes it a flat roll, since they're attacking someone other than me.
They can attack whoever they would like.
No, because of his Thunder Gauntlets.
Oh, in response to taking damage, the creature makes one attack against a hostile creature within 5 feet. Matthew, you're a hostile creature within 5 feet.
Oh.
Avalis is also a hostile creature within 5 feet, and Gaiman is also a hostile creature within 5 feet. So it will choose to attack Gaiman because it ain't no puss. But this will be a flat roll. It's a 22 for 13 damage but that's only half, so only 6 damage. And Gaiman, sorry, to interrupt your turn, you're still up.
All right. Shit. I'm gonna attack him again.
Okay, a 19 will hit. And the creature will take 9 slashing and 4 fire.
Jesus, it's still going. All right, third time's a charm.
And with a 13, that is also a hit. You deal out 18 points of damage to this creature. It is now bloodied. The bloodied knoll, you activate its ability, Relentless Pursuit. You see as the creature grows even more desperate, its body begins to vibrate as its speed is increased. Anything else for Gaiman?
No, that's movement, bonus, and action. Plus haste in action, so yeah.
You pass to Alicia?
Yeah, I'll pass to Alicia.
All right, Alicia, you're up.
People move out of my line of sight. Okay, so I see Avalis and Akia now. See everyone. I will do a 3rd level bless. So everyone in the party is blessed now. Alright, so that was my action. Item interaction, then I'm going to pull out... actually, no, I don't have to do that. Or... Oh, no, I actually do. Okay. Item interaction, pull out the Fang of Remoraz, bonus action, Booyah, haste action. I'm gonna stab this motherfucker that's in front of me.
Yes, please.
Oof. Maybe 14.
A 14 hits. These creatures are wearing no armor. Here, let me show you. No armor, but they do have fingers and hands.
What sexy boys. But yes,
Indeed.
he only takes 6 points of damage, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. He screams out in pain as your blade pierces his fetid flesh.
And that is action, bonus action, haste action, a little bit of movement. Yep, that's it for me.
That's definitely 3 nostrils and 2 sets of teeth.
Let me look at that again. Yep. 2 nostrils, 3 sets of teeth. These are Noli boys. All right, the hating Knoll flesh. Nar is up. Let's see here. It's gonna slide along this wall. Do you hear? It's going to target Alicia. Alicia, it is going to attempt to shove you back. It rolls a 23. Can you roll me either an athletics or an acrobatics check to resist?
I can only beat that if I roll 19 or higher. Sure, I'll give you an athletics. Oh wait, no, I can't. I have to roll that 20, so I'm unlucky. I get pushed back.
We see Alicia go back 5 feet.
So where I go to here?
Yep. The creature is about to leave your threatened area, Gaiman, as it goes to here. Okay. It will then step to here. And action there. That's it for its turn. So it has not damaged anyone into round 2. So controlling initiative, it's going to pass to temperamental. All right, temperamental moves into this area here. Licking its lips as it sees the cleric. It's going to target Alicia. It's going to have to roll really high. It's going to use its multi-attack. It will do a claw, which will definitely miss the AC of 22, and then it will do a bite, which will also miss an AC of 22. It will go ahead and pass to a like. Before I do a like's turn, Gaiman, are you there? If you're talking, we can't hear you.
Yeah, I think it may be okay.
Okay.
Yeah, really sorry, I was AFK. I thought I could just step away.
No, you're good. So a like's turn is going to go. It sees Akia. Akia, it's going to target you. You've got a really high AC. Let's see what it can do. It is going to multi-attack. It's going to attempt to claw you. That's a 22 to hit you.
22 hits. I will use my reaction to repulse your shield it. Although I don't think that will do anything. Let's see. Just because I can.
While holding it, the wielder can use a reaction after being hit by a melee attack to expend one of the shield's charges and push the attacker 15 feet away. Shield regains a D4 charge. Okay, so it hooked its barbed claws into you. Your shield goes off, and it drags you with it. And you both are pulled. Let's see, 15 feet. So it is pulled to here, and you're pulled to here. As it looks at you, and it makes a bite attack against you. For a natural 1, missing. But it does have you grappled. Would you like to steal Akia?
Sure.
Akia, you're up. You have barbed claws into your body.
I think I would like to... Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to cast Mirror Image on myself as my action, and bonus action, give myself more temp HP. And then I will pass to Avalis, I guess.
Avalis says, I guess I'm in a tight spot here. Looking around, he is going to use his bonus action to drop a healing word on Akia. Healing you for 6 hit points. He says, don't worry, I've got you. And he looks at this Knoll flesh gnawer, and he is poisoned at the moment, dripping with Knoll poison, and he tries to whack him with a shillelagh. But a 10, unfortunately enough, will not whack as he feels his bones being constricted by this creature's poison. And he will attempt a saving throw at the end of his turn. You're welcome. As he is still poisoned. He will look about and says, Gaiman, I think we may need you to smash, my friend.
I don't know if it would help, but Avalis would also have less on him.
Oh, that's, let me roll a d4 on that poison check. It would not.
All right, but at least he's blessed.
At least he is blessed now. All right. He has passed to Gaiman. Gaiman, he's asked you to smash. What do you do?
Well, I'm not going to smash, but I'm going to pull. So I'm targeting this here Knoll that has got a Kia. Wait, no, maybe that's not the best idea. The Knoll that's duking it out with Avalis, is he grappled?
Avalis is grappled. There are barbed claws in Avalis's chest.
Shit. All right. Seeing that the whip maybe isn't the best thing for this, I'm going to drop. I'm not going to drop. I'm going to put it away, and I'm going to bring out my flaming longsword, which has been modified by Kia for this adventure. It is a +1 to hit. So I'm going to step closer. Whoop, no. Hello, everyone. I'm going to step closer, and I'm going to layeth the smacketh downeth on this Knoll that's messing with Avalis. Recklessly.
That is a hit. It hits for 13 slashing. It will activate its vicious reprisal. It will do so upon Avalis. As it has Avalis grappled, it will just sink its teeth down into Avalis's neck.
God damn it! No!
It doesn't have advantage here, and a 14 misses. You're still up, Gaiman.
All right. I'm going to attack it again.
Uh, 17 hits.
It's still fucking going.
Oh, yes. These are tough little buggers. Yeah, that's a great hit. The creature is now bloodied. After becoming bloodied, its relentless pursuit activates. These creatures are now 10 feet faster. All right. We had 3 attacks from Gaiman. Anything else for Gaiman on this turn?
No, I think that's enough. I'm going to pass to Alicia.
Alicia, you're out.
Let's see. Still there. Alright. These guys seem to be pretty tanky bastards.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use... I'm using her ability before I use Danica's. The knoll that's right in front of me, I'm gonna use Shanar's ability, Moonlight Gaze. So I need him to make a wisdom save.
Oh my gosh, okay. It fails.
Alright, it is paralyzed for the next minute.
From the darkness, you just see these gigantic moon-like eyes filled with the magics of Shar and Selune just absolutely just zap this creature's strength.
Alright, then bonus action, I'm going to use my ability for Weapon of Faith to summon a spiritual weapon right next to me, hitting that same creature. That's an advantage, which would be a crit. It's his melee attack.
For an extra 12 damage.
Yep. And then Thing of Remoraz on that exact same creature. Ooh, 12.
A 12 hits.
All right. And then the crit for both of those.
That's amazing. So you guys just see Alicia use the ability of your new ally, the mummy, to paralyze this creature in its tracks and then just start waylaying into it.
And I need to find my weapon field. It's not that far. It's all the way back here. Alright, that's it for me. It took a bunch of damage. I'm assuming it's gonna steal.
Yeah, halting will steal. It's paralyzed for this turn, so the only thing it can do is really attempt a wisdom save to see if it breaks out of the effects.
It does not.
It does not. Will pass to inopportune. Inopportune is going to move to here, dragging Avalis with it. Moving up closer towards Akia. Akia, it targets you. It makes a strength athletics check against you, Akia, as it attempts to punt you into the hole.
Alright, hang on.
Rolls a 19.
I'm going to use a DM inspiration to
Sorry.
my resistant attempt to resist.
All right. All right, you're at a 15.
Alright, I'll use my reaction to keen mind and actually step down like into a hidden foothold in the pit for just a moment as one of their hands slips by.
This using
Not keen mind.
I was gonna say that's not gonna help.
Flash of Genius.
I gotcha. So yeah, that would even it out.
Wait, that just evens it out?
Yes,
Oh,
there's
it's
no
only a
change.
+4. Yeah.
So there's no change, so you don't fall. If you can think of it, it set a DC of 19 and you rolled a 19. So you're good. It kicks you. Nothing happens. It grunts, and then it will pass the Lotus.
All right. I don't want to risk attack of opportunity here.
You should be fine.
So
He's
I'm
paralyzed.
going to go. Oh,
Yeah,
he
he's
is. Okay,
paralyzed.
cool. All right, cool. So that saves some bonus action then. All right, so then I'll just sort of backpedal this away, whoop, this way, do loop. All right, and then, this might seem kind of racist of me to say, but I don't think these gnolls seem very intelligent. Yeah, just here. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my twin spell again. I'll spend 2 points, and I'm going to go ahead and chuck a knuckleball at these 2 guys near Alicia here. So I'll go ahead and roll that twice. First one will go for this one here. It's a Mind Whip.
Is this on the halting, who's paralyzed, or on temperamental?
Well, I'm doing twin spell, and I guess since it's a save, so I'm doing it on this one and halting and temperamental.
All right, I will make 2 intelligence saves. That is a failure, and then a success. So temperamental succeeds, taking half damage and none of the negative effects. Halting fails, and in addition to being paralyzed, it has been whipped in its brain, so it is just not having a good day at all.
Yeah, it's like you see Lois take up the pitcher stance, and as she throws it, it splits off and hits both of them, and the one that it hits just beans them right in the side of the head. Alright, so now I'm down to 3 sorcery points, and then that will do for me. Going into the new round, I will go ahead and pass to Gaiman.
All right, Gaiman. Here we go. And well, wait, we're into round 3. So halting and temperamental both took damage, so temperamental will steal. Temperamental is going to move in through its ally square, through here, and then to here, leaving Alicia's threatened square of attack of opportunity reach.
Not very good with melee, but I'll take it. 23 to hit.
Shit. That hits. And it does that much damage. As the creature runs towards Lotus, it will look at Lotus. It will make a multi-attack with its claw. That's a 19.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead spend my reaction and a first level spell slot to shield.
Excellent.
Boost my AC up to 21.
Oh, hello. The Gibster is here.
I'm just a passive listener.
It's alright,
well,
we're fighting a bunch of gnolls.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just glad I'm alive.
You are alive. Avalos
For
is
now.
good. He may have a gnoll claw dug into him, but he's okay. So the gnoll runs up to Lotus, bites the shield, attacks the shield with its claw, and that is all it can do. It is once again going to pass to inopportune as it goes.
I'm going to use a DM inspiration to steal, please.
You wish to use a DM inspiration to steal? You shall. Let me just set this creature to... And you're up.
And I would like to use my action to cast a spell, Vortex Warp.
Okay.
And I would like to teleport to here.
Okay. You magically twist the space around another creature you can see within range.
Oh, I can't do myself. You know
You
what?
cannot do yourself.
Yeah. Okay. I would not have stolen if I would have read that spell correctly.
Okay. So we will undo our activation, and then I will have the inopportune go.
Sorry.
You're good. Does that make you wish to not have that spell anymore? You're like, because you can't teleport yourself?
No, it's okay.
Okay. All right. Inoperative. It looks at you. It goes, second try. And it will try to push you in the hole. 16 to push you into the hole, Kia.
Man, I really don't want to go in that hole, so I guess I'll use another DM inspiration for that.
Did you have 3 this session, and you've used all 3 so far?
This will just be the second one since I didn't steal.
I gotcha. Ooh, so you were able to fight off the creature's advance. And then the creature takes a step here.
Where'd it go? Here?
It slid around the corner.
All right.
And it starts to drag Avilis with it.
I guess I'll take an opportunity attack.
Okay. You'll be making it with a little bit of cover because the creature slipped around a wall.
Okay.
Uh, 27 will hit, so you do hit the creature with your Thunder Gauntlets as it starts to drag Avilis away. It will pass to a like. All right, a like is going to target Akia because you're the closest. It will attempt to claw you. That's 27 to hit.
And they are very good at hitting things. For the mirror image, I think.
You gotta
I'll
roll a
just throw it
d20
up.
for me. And for the first one, it's gotta be a 6 or higher. It is not a 6 or higher, so it hits you. It knows who the real one is. It's got a very good sense of smell, and it just boom claws right into you. It has you grappled. It uses its movement and drags you into the hole.
Okay.
You're over the hole. It lets go of you, and you drop
I'd like
into
to
the
use
hole.
my reaction to grab a Kia before you plummet into the hole.
Okay,
I realize I do not have a free hand, so I have to drop my sword to do it.
Okay, so here's how we're going to roll this. You use your reaction. You drop your sword. You're going to try to capture Akia before he falls. Give me an acrobatics check to see if you can grab his arm before he falls. I will say a 14 is enough as you snack out and grab his arm before he falls, and the flesh gnawer goes, that was cool. And then it attempts to bite Akia as he's hanging in the air. And he hits you.
Yeah, he does.
And Akia, you're like, cool, I didn't fall in the hole. And then it just like bites you on the shoulder.
We still have the mirror image.
Oh, that's right. Go ahead and roll me a d20. We need a 6 or higher. It bites you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright.
Akia, would you like to steal?
Yeah, I'd like to steal. I will crawl out of the pit to there.
So, yes. So you're no longer grappled. You ask Gaiman to throw you out back over the pit. Gaiman, I'm sure, would
Toss
agree.
me!
And you get tossed back to the other side of the pit.
All right. I think. Can I move past this guy to like right here, or is that a wall? This looks like it might be a wall.
There's 2 walls in the way, and then you have a bad guy in the way, so you wouldn't be able to just move past him.
All right.
You could try to shove him to try to get in there, or you could try to.
Yeah, I'm not very strong. I'm going to just create.
Don't you have a thing where you could like punch him in the dick and make him fall over into the?
Yeah, it's a ranged attack, so it'd be a disadvantage.
Oh.
I
It's just a
will.
thought.
Yeah.
You know they have very low AC.
I'm just gonna punch him.
You're gonna punch him in the dick normally.
All right, give us a punch. An 11 will miss. A 19 will hit for 11 damage, and the creature has been Thunder Gauntleted.
All right. And I think I'll save that for later. All right, I think that's so. That's all I've got. Do I need to pick a person, or is it stealing, or is it's already gone?
It's already gone.
All right. I guess Avilis, since they're being dragged away.
All right, Avalis, I know that you're a just an observer. So if you hear what I'm doing with your turn and you're like, oh, you can always veto that.
Yeah, no problem.
You face step, or I should say, Avalis is like, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. As you're being grappled and pulled away. You
That
face
sounds
step
very character.
and teleport in the safety of Gaiman's vicinity, and the creature needs to make a wisdom save, or it will be frightened. All right, and it is not frightened, so there's a bonus action there to do that. You then move out to see what's happening with Alicia and Lotus, and Avalis will say, "The snow looks like it is frozen in time. What has happened to it?"
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, I see. I shall bonk it then. And Avalis will make an attack against the paralyzed opponent.
Yeah, but I didn't hit him. I did not.
Critting the paralyzed opponent for 16 points of damage.
Ba-bonk.
The halting will steal. It's paralyzed, so all it can do this round is attempt to pass the save. This is Wisdom. It does pass, so at the end of its turn, is able to get out of that feeling, and it will go ahead and pass to Lotus. So Lotus, you're up.
All right. I definitely do not like being in the middle of all of this. Where's Misty Step take me?
You take you 30 feet into the cave.
Yeah, that's still good enough to get me at least away from most of the action here. I could probably get to. Would I be able to use Misty Step to get to here?
Absolutely.
All right, cool. So I'll go ahead and spend my bonus action and a second level spell slot to Misty Step. You just see Lois do a little quick move here and say, "I like to move it," and she will move it to here. Whoop. It says I'm bumping up against the wall here, I think.
I think we can move you like there.
All right, that'll work.
Okay?
Yeah, because that's still within space here. All right. Who? Oh, that's right. Because Gaiman's large, I guess. Yeah, that works here. Just be like, It's like, all right. And let's see here. And then I still have my movement, so I'll just go ahead and bop over this way. All right. And I think in this case, then I'll spend a single sorcery point, and I'll go ahead and chuck couple of fire bolts. I'll go ahead and roll the first one. Go ahead and send that at halting.
Sure.
All right, 26 for 9 fire.
Takes full damage from fire.
Yep. Sorry, I don't know what happened there. It's like back. All right. Then I will go ahead and I'll chuck the other one up here at a like.
No problem. Let's see it. That is also a hit.
For 11. All right.
And how do you want to do this?
All right. So it's like, yep. She will bamf in right under Gaiman. She'll do like a little baseball slide over here. As she does quickly is up, chuck the one over at this dude, and then at this one, and as he falls over, you just hear this sort of ethereal umpire voice say, "You're out."
Damn. Love it.
And then I will go ahead and pass to Gaiman.
All right, Gaiman, you're up.
Alright. Could I, like, parkour, like, get a running start, like, parkour off the wall that's in front of me, and, like, flip over Kia and that no, and land here? Like, kind of like coming in at the no from, opposite side from Kia.
Okay, so getting over, moving towards the Kia. This body, I would like to say, dramatically fell in the hole.
Oh, they weren't dead yet? Oh, right. Oh, well, in that case, I thought they were still alive. Well, in that case, I'm not going to do that, because that seems a bit much. I'm going to... Oh, can I not squeeze over there?
Where are you trying to get to?
Over.
Over there? Okay, so I can do that. Boop.
Alright, yeah. I'm just going to rush him through there, and I'm going to hammer on this one. Recklessly.
Okay, that is a hit for 11. As you strike out at the creature recklessly, it does have its reaction back. It will attempt a vicious reprisal upon Gaiman. That is a 25 to hit for 10 slashing.
Alright, I'm going to Stone's Endurance that.
We will see if it goes from 10 slashing down to 0. It does, because you cut it in half from being a barbarian, and then you just reduced it by 5. It does 0 damage to Gaiman.
Alright, I'm going to hit it again.
Doesn't look like it's adding your +1.
It's no. I'm just cold because I didn't want to fuck around with like messing up the sword too much. So just it's +1.
Oh, that is another point. 11 points of damage. Gaiman, what is your finishing techniques here as the null hits 0 hit points?
Well, I think the first attack, was coming down, left to right, high to low, and then on the return swing, I don't cleave it. I like chunk into its shoulder, but I've got enough momentum going that I can't just fling it out to the abyss.
And it screams with the last bit of life as its laughing continues.
And is this a dead end over here?
So as you're looking about the chasm, you see that you are kind of in a strange place. About 30 feet below you, there is a rock shelf that you could potentially climb down to, riddled with caves and sharp fang-like rocks. There are dead gnolls impaled on some of these protrusions. The sounds of maniacal laughter come from these cave openings and echo about the walls. You believe that movement here would be quite treacherous.
Well, knowing that there are more enemies back here, I'm gonna double back. Or try to at least. God damn it! I got a fart ass. Can't
Things
squeeze
that
through.
Kim Kardashian and Gaiman have in common.
Too caked up, lads. Go on without me.
And I'll pull Gaiman back in the cave.
Thank you.
All right, Gaiman, who do you pass to?
Well, no, I've got one left.
You got one attack left. Okay. And because you're hasted, you probably still have the movement to get out here. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, let's do it.
Just burst through everybody.
And I'm going to attack this gnoll that's currently being surrounded. 21 to 15.
Absolutely. So for 15 points of damage. Excellent. All right. The only gnoll that's left will steal as it screams out. "Ah!" And it kind of moves out, so it's out from underneath Gaiman. Oh, there's two gnolls left, actually. It has a flank on Gaiman. And I believe Gaiman attacked recklessly, so this is going to be with a +2 at advantage, multi-attack. Here we go. It's going to claw for 23, sticking its barbed claws into you, and then it's going to bite. Oof, for a critical. So Gaiman will need to give me a save against this creature's poisonous bite. This is Con, DC 16.
I would like to succeed at a cost.
You got it. Succeeded a cost in initiative. Oof. That is a bad one. So you are confused.
Yeah, but it's only DC 13. I can check
That's
that
true.
off. But I have to wait till my next turn.
That's true. All right. That is it for this creature. It is now Alicia's turn.
Ugh. It sucks that this one broke out of paralyzed because I was about to fuck it up.
I'm sure you were.
Alright. Well, we're gonna do the bonus action first with the spiritual weapon. Uh, 24 for 9.
That hits for 9 damage. It is just barely standing.
Alright. I'd like to use my hasted action first to stab this guy. Ugh.
A 11 is pretty close. You guys would probably guess their AC is 12.
Yeah. I'll burn my Faxpiration on this. So I honestly just need a 1.
Yep, and as you hit, how does Alicia finish this creature off?
It just takes the Remoraz Fang and just shoves it into its gut, and kind of just isn't brutal with the kill, but just stabs it in the gut and lets it bleed out.
I gotcha. Well, then, Alicia, you have destroyed the knoll. There's one knoll left.
Yep. And that one, I'm going to put away the Remoraz Fang, and I'm going to hit it with Conviction. 13.
That is a hit.
Alright, it takes 12 radiant damage, and Gaiman, you get 6 temp HP.
That's his way of trying to say thank you in his current confused state.
I was like, what? Fair enough. Fair enough.
Did Gaiman just like reach over and just start motorboating her to say thank you?
No. It's doing the whole, Looney Tunes, your finger over the lips.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm a little offended that you think I would motorboat Alicia. We don't have that kind of dynamic. We're good friends, but we don't have that kind of dynamic.
Well, you are. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know.
Gaiman, I'm taken.
That sound.
And yes, I asked her to slap me on the ass, but that's a team sport thing.
In Goliath culture, this is how we say hello.
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay, Alicia.
That's it for me. I assume it's going to steal because it took damage.
It did take damage. So the temperamental will steal. You gotta remove that guy. It's gonna keep attacking this confused target in front of it. It's gonna claw and bite. A 7 and a 8 to Gaiman, but I don't think that's gonna do much to Gaiman.
Do I have to? Is it just on a critical that I get poisoned?
It's a con save
every time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Yeah, 7. That's reduced. 8. That's reduced. So let me see if I poison. Nope.
Okay, so no poison for you, and you can steal because it just attacked you twice and hit you twice.
All right, I roll a d10.
Correct. So at the start of Gaiman's turn, let's roll a d10 on a 5. Let's see what it is on a 5. You don't move or take actions this turn as you just Looney Tune bubble.
And then it was an intelligence save, right?
Yes, for confusion.
I'm no longer confused, baby.
No longer confused. And Gaiman, who do you pass to?
I'm gonna pass to Alicia.
Alicia, you're up.
I gave him a little shake off the confusion, and he's just gonna stare daggers at this knoll, and he's gonna say, "Oi, Alicia, come over here and teach this motherfucker some manners."
I'm not really much of the melee type, but I will have my weapon do the talking. Spiritual weapon go whack. Whacks it for 12 points of damage.
Oh my gosh. Yes, for 12.
Then Alicia is gonna do another. Conviction. 25 for 10. Gaming, you get 5 temp HP. And let's see. For haste, be a weapon attack. You can take the dodge action as part of haste, right?
I think that's one of the things you can't do, unfortunately. You can dash, disengage, and attack,
Weapon
or
attack.
use an item.
Or use an item. Damn. Would I be able to get around the knoll to this space?
Yes.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess. Oh, well, it says there's a wall there.
Let's see. You're trying to get where your spiritual weapon is?
Behind the knoll right here.
Through the power of DM, I can do it.
There we go. Then I am air action. I will pull the blade back out and I will stab the knoll. This time flanking. 16 to hit. I think when I sheathe the thing, it's no longer on fire, so it's just a 6 piercing.
It screams in pain as it goes, ugh.
Alright, and that is it for me. I will pass it to... He's in the back, Lotus is in the back, Avalis. I'll pass it to Avalis since he's right here.
Okay, Avalis, who is me? Avalis will go. I'm tired of your crap. We come in here and you guys try to eat us? That's no way to behave. And he will use a bonk. And with 15 points of bludgeoning damage. Holy crap. The creature's head explodes like a watermelon at a Gallagher show. And with that, we'll end combat. So everyone, the bodies of the gnolls are laid out in front of you. Your allies have various wounds on their bodies. But you all are, for the most part, okay. What do you do next?
I guess Alicia's gonna start moving in, and then when a minute passes, it kind of collapses to their knees as lethargy kicks in.
Yeah, it's like after a minute, like the haste drops off. So yeah, I'll go ahead and burn my concentration there. It's like
I also need to remove all of these off of...
Yeah, it's like, sorry guys, I should have warned you. The haste apparently feels good for a while, but it has a bit of a side effect. You get a bad crash afterward. It's like drink, and
it's like being on hag crystal. Fuck it hell.
Yeah.
Bless would also go away from everyone after that minute.
Reminds me of when I used to drink Red Bull back when I was in college.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
How's
Red
everyone
Bulls?
looking?
I mean, I don't know what it was you were drinking, but Red Bulls? That doesn't sound good.
No, it's a special potion called Red Bull, where it basically had a very similar effect to the haste. It's like when I was like studying all night, I would, throw back one of those, and honestly, looking back on it, probably wasn't that healthy for me.
I'll look at everyone's wounds. How bad are you guys at the moment?
I am feeling fine. Those
Same here.
gnolls were able to only barely injure me. Look, they didn't even put a nick on my rock-hard abs. And he reveals to you his rock-hard abs. No, I'm just kidding. Avarice would never do that.
Like
I
to
don't know.
say, that seems a bit out of character.
He does say, I don't have a nick on me. They weren't able to penetrate my defenses.
Right.
Alright. Well, I'm still good to go. I think, Akia, you were looking at one of these creatures?
Or if I'm sorry to bother you, but I can't seem to clear the other status effects I have on me, the haste and the rage and what have you. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Can I do a knowledge check on if these gnolls have dark vision, please?
You don't even need to make a knowledge check. You know how when you look at a dog in the dark and you've got a light source and their eyes glow?
Yeah.
These guys were doing that.
Okay. I'd like to try and harvest some of their eyes for crafting purposes.
Absolutely. You can give me a harving.
I will assist and give. I believe that gives advantage.
Mhm.
I'm proficient with harvesting kits.
Okay. Is that a dexterity check?
Harvesting, it could be dexterity or it could be intelligence. Either way.
Okay. I'm using this set that Gaiman's got on them, so this will be +7.
Was that all the gnolls?
Or,
I thought there was another one.
+10. Sorry, +10.
That was all the ones that you were fighting. Gaiman attacked the one that was running away and threw it into the chasm.
Ah, okay. Because, like, I see a token over here, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
And a 17 is definitely enough, and you plop up their eyeballs like Bakura did to Maximilian Pegasus at the end of Duelist Kingdom. Spoilers. I don't know if that's a spoiler. That happened about 20 years ago. But you have...
Is that a
as
Yu-Gi-Oh
many-
reference?
Yeah, I
That's
think so.
100% a Yu-Gi-Oh reference.
Okay. Well, I mean, I didn't watch as much anime as some folks, and so it's like I'm reaching way back in the old memory banks there.
Maximilian Pegasus. What a great villain. Though, I gotta say, when I was watching the show, the way that they portrayed Pegasus, his mannerisms, all that stuff, and then I was like, okay, this is going to be a really inclusive anime. Like, they're showing clearly a gay character who has these motivations, and then like, and this is his wife, and I'm like, this is like saying Elton John had a wife. I don't know about that. Anyways,
I was gonna
Well,
say,
I mean,
which version
he
were you
did,
watching?
But
For
then he
kids
thought better
or?
of it.
oh, sub all day. But in the dub, it was funny when they're like, these razor blades that will cut through your legs will send you to the Shadow Realm. So, you are in the Knoll Cave, everyone. As you look about this first entryway, here's what you see. You are in a frigid cave. The air is thick with a putrid stench of dead gnolls, and the ground is littered with broken bones, torn leather, and bits of metal. The bones, some of which are disturbingly humanoid, seem to have been cracked open, likely to drink the marrow like a Capri Sun.
I'd like to investigate just the room, see if there's anything of interest amongst the corpses and such. So, like bits of
Absolutely.
metal.
Absolutely. Give me an investigation check. Damn, that's one. You notice as you're looking through the room that several of the bones in the room belong to gnolls that appear to have been eaten. It seems these creatures have become cannibalistic.
I don't believe
Orpheus,
there's reasoning
the,
that can...
sorry, go ahead.
I'm done.
Keegan has noticed this big, I mean, for lack of a better descriptor, giant penny in the middle of this part of the cave. Is it like covering up a hole? Is it significant of a? Is it indicative of some kind of place to commit ritual sacrifice?
I'm glad you asked, Gaiman. Because there was this fight, you weren't able to assess this at first. But as you venture into this cave, you could come upon a dimly lit shrine. A stone altar stands in the center, crowned with a bloody mountain goat's head. The floor around the altar is a grim mosaic of gnawed bones.
This looks like a religion check.
Yeah, I was about to say. Could I try and examine this from a religious standpoint? See what the purpose of
Absolutely.
this was for.
And please tell me how you are going to examine it and what methods you are going to use.
Just looking at the placement of the goat head, if there's any type of pattern that was used for the bones and such, to see if it was like, if there's anything in my knowledge bank that would be able to kind of be used for that. I guess a 19.
Absolutely. You can see, like out front, this is an altar to Yenagu. You can see that you are glad that the gnolls didn't lure you in here. The floor is double slippery because it is covered in what appears to be fresh, wet blood. Along with the ice and snow underneath, the room is treacherous. Those of you standing in the room can hear eerie whispers coming from the walls.
Oh, don't like that. With that check, is it possible to know if these gnolls were able to like draw power from this ritual or whatever they did that they set up here? And if destroying this thing would do anything.
You can see that they have successfully made an altar, which is astounding considering the gnolls that you fought. The effigy of bones and blood that they have put out are also, I know this is probably disgusting to Alicia, it's been well constructed. So you believe that this altar allows them to draw power from the abyss.
Okay, and then last question as part of that check, would I know of a way to dismantle this thing?
You believe your clerical magics could potentially disable this thing, or even just physical might could disable it.
Okay, then I will give all that information to the party.
Physical might, you say? Well, I've got that in spades. And Gaben will set down his shield and his sword, put away his sword, and bring out Lucille.
And I will stand behind you as you do this.
Yep, everyone's just moving behind cover.
Time to tickle the ivories, Maestro. And he is going to lash out with his battle axe. It's going to be his great axe.
Absolutely. You make a sickening crunch into this decapitated goat head. As the crunch sinks in, the head almost smashes in as if it was a rotten pumpkin. And from the nostrils of the goat, thick, acrid smoke begins to puff out and begin to fill the corridor and begin to fill the room. And you can all begin to cough as the room is filled with this acrid smoke.
I would like to combine Gaming's hit with some radiant damage to see if that can't do a little bit of purification. I'm actually gonna do Divine Word of Radiance for this, as this is kind of like an AoE blast around me.
Oh my gosh, for nearly max amount of damage. As you unleash this radiant damage, the smoke begins to almost lessen. But Alice says, guys, we have a problem. And you see that the entrance, as that smoke began to billow out, has hugged the floor and has blocked the exit to this place, creating an opaque door blocking you in.
Oh, I did not see that happening. If I shoot radiant damage at it, what happens? As I fire off a conviction at the shadow door.
At the shadow door, the radiant damage hits the door, and nothing happens.
The fuck?
Well, if you want, maybe Watto might know how to disable this thing.
Well, that's assuming you can call for him through the door.
Alright, so I guess question for the DM. May I use my once per long rest Watto Nerd Brain ability to have him help us figure out how to disable this magical door thing?
Absolutely. So you begin yelling through the door, "Wow! Wow!" And
it's like, Watto, my love, we seem to be stuck here. Do you know what this thing is?
Oh no, I do recognize this. This is a type of trapping magic used by those of the Abyss. They seal the gases of the Abyss inside of some type of trap, and they hone it to some type of magical stone or gem within their hideout to seal whoever is attacking them within. You'll have to find the gem or whatever is the anchor point of this magic to smash it.
It's like, alright, how are you all holding up out there?
we are doing okay. We haven't received any issue or trouble yet. We hope to continue that.
All right. Just make sure you keep taking care of everyone. We'll see if we can find that thing and destroy it.
Yes, and just let me know if you need any more help. Matthew, you have your hand raised.
I'm just going to burn away the rest of the head to make sure that there's not anything else hidden inside it.
Okay.
Like a gem.
You burn away the rest of the head. It's gross. There's no gem within.
I'm sorry.
Burn in holy fire!
It seems that we must continue.
I'm sorry, everyone. I probably should have known that.
It's alright. I mean, if you feel like you need to blame somebody, blame me.
No, I gave you that information.
Alright, so...
So everyone, here's what you see. Because I know not everyone went out here the first time. There is a ledge that you all have walked down on, and there are several icy spikes throughout the chasm. Each of these icy spikes has a body of a humanoid creature, some of those including gnolls pierced over the icy spike. 30 feet below you, on this slightly different colored shelf, is another ledge that you could potentially walk on. You notice, as you look over the chasm, below that 30 feet shelf, you do not see light. You don't see anything else besides darkness. You believe you could hug the side of this chasm to move your way around. There are small little caves and entrances throughout the chasm.
I have a serious question, Orf. Did you happen to, rewrite the adventure? Because it'd be funnier if, we were fighting a bunch of orcs. Because then we'd be at an orc chasm, not a gnoll chasm.
Oh no. My heart just stopped. That was a good one. That was a good one. An orc chasm.
We should.
I hope everyone experienced some release from that joke.
Damn. Keeps on coming.
Terrible.
That's what she said.
Yes. The frozen chasm calls out to you, and if you scroll out from your monitor, it does have a certain anatomical correctness to it.
Jamin's going to, just for the sake of argument, let's say he went back and grabbed his shield, but he's going to put on his climber's kit, and he's going to get out his rope. Do I seriously not have pitons? I feel stupid. I don't.
It should be part of a climber's kit.
Is it? I know the whole harness business.
I've got a bunch.
Oh yes, it includes
in the
special pitons, boot tips, gloves, and a harness. Not just the harness. Okay.
I've got a bunch in the sled.
Which we don't have access to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Damon is going to anchor the 50 feet of rope he has to try and make it easier for those to climb down, and he's going to, if it comes to it, he will shuttle people down to the ledge below us to kind of figure out where we need to go. Assuming that is what everybody else wants to do. But it seems like we have to go down to go forward.
Well, before that happens, Alicia's going to take out a copper piece, cast light on it, and toss it into the chasm. See what happens.
Absolutely. The the copper piece sails for a while until it clangs at the bottom, leaving a tiny light left. If you were a calculating sort of bunch, you believe that the bottom of the chasm is probably 200 feet from where you currently stand.
That's a far drop. Yeah, then I'll dismiss that light and cast light back on myself.
I mean, does anybody else have any more rope?
I
Only
have,
got the one
It's in
150-foot length.
Mine's in the sled.
I have
um,
some on me.
I do have.
You have what?
I
I
do
have-
have someone who can help us fly rope to different locations to secure it. And I'll reach into my backpack and I'll wake up Kimikyu.
I mean, it's great that he can move rope around, but I mean, can he like hammer a peat on it and whatnot?
Orf, is this difficult terrain caused by ice or snow?
So, because you guys, I believe, have on your snow gear, you have prepared for this environment. Just moving around, it would not be difficult terrain.
Okay.
Although one thing you could do is if Alicia casts light on it, it could help me see as I'm going down there and securing rope and whatnot.
Oh,
Again, that's assuming you want to go all the way to the bottom.
I don't know if we need to go to the bottom.
I believe the things that we seek are possibly in these side tunnels. But it could be at the bottom.
Like, does anyone have like magic that can help locate an object or detect magic?
I wish I had prepared those today.
Well, remember, and Lewis will step forward. Remember, Flavy does have that functionality.
That thing again. Fine. We'll trust the evil machine. Excuse me. Allegedly evil machine.
All right. Lewis will tap the side mask. It's like, all right, Flavy, activate magical scanning mode.
I am happy that you have elected to use me for this mission. Activating scan. And it starts to scan. Looking around, you notice the magical equipments on each of your parties. You also notice there's an ambient magic surrounding the chasm. It is a conjuration magic that fills the chasm.
The Lotus looking around, it's like, looks like some faint conjuration magic is just sort of like emanating from all over.
Avalus would respond to you. Oh, you speak of the spell, find objects?
I mean, if we can use that to locate the fish hook, I mean, that'll kind of, guide us as far as, like, where we need to go so we don't get, overly exuberant in our searching.
I don't have that. I'm sorry. I can find traps if I were to take a long rest and then prepare it. But I have heard that is not a useful use of my magical skill.
It seems that we should. Best course of action is just to pick a tunnel.
Yeah, I guess we'll kind of peer through each of these tunnels, see what we find.
All right. As you are kind of moving your way around, you do notice, as Avalus will point out with his elven eyes, everyone, there's something over there. Something strange. It's not anything that I recognize. As you approach, let me tell you what you see. First of all, you see it's a cage made of thick timber beams, bolted iron door, and iron fittings. It's about 5 feet on a side and about 7 feet tall. Within, you see a frost-bitten human male who is shivering.
In what direction do we see them? Sorry.
Here, let me put them on the map here.
Looks like they're further up. The ledges are pretty narrow, so just gonna take my time. Hello over there.
And let me reveal to you all this person who is sitting in the cage. They look at you and their lips are blue, their skin starting to crack. And they just are looking at you all with strange recognition in their eyes. I'll make them blue to show that they should be blue.
Strange recognition.
Like you're their first people they've seen in a long time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Should
Stay
I
where
attempt
you.
to remove them? Extricate them?
Hold on. If we kind of look at this cage, does it seem like it's pretty like stuck, situated on the side of that wall there?
It looks, as you guys get a little closer to it, it is pretty stuck into that wall. It would take probably a Herculean effort to move the cage itself, but the door doesn't necessarily look like it's impassable.
Okay, and the door, is that over the ledge?
The door is actually to the side here.
Okay, cool. Sit tight. We'll try and get you out of there. Because I guess we're kind of moving around.
Mm-hmm.
Moving very carefully with my back hugging the wall.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Don't want to overcrowd that space, so I'm gonna kind of stick where I am, unless you want to get past me, Lotus.
Yeah, I think I'm good here. It's she's like, it's all right. I'll stay here, and if God's forbid I slip, I still have some magical energy left for Misty Step.
All right, I think Gaming can just, from where he's standing, without a run up, jump across the way. From this point, it's about 10 feet.
Yeah, absolutely. It's half your strength score, so you could just hop over.
As we get close, I'd like to look out for any traps. Just
Absolutely.
in the area for now. Just like basically where Gaiman just landed.
Mm-hmm. Gaiman, as you jump across the chasm, the frostbitten person stands up wearily from the ground and begins to bang on the doors with their arms. as it has almost a rictus grin about it as it sees you. It starts to go boom, boom, boom on the door.
Oh, that is not a good thing.
Boy, quick! Don't make that kind of noise.
Wait.
It'll attract the rest of the gnomes.
Gammon, don't get too close. Can I get a better read on this person now that they started acting a little bit more strangely?
Yes, and as they stood up, you notice their torso is covered in strange tattoos. You also notice embedded into the creature's clavicle are several black pieces of metal running from the origin point of the clavicle, the center of the chest, moving out towards the tip of their shoulder. Almost like ritualistic piercings of this black metal.
Oh, DM,
Oh,
is
shit,
this
looks
metal
like Charlotte.
familiar?
You would recognize this metal as Chardolin. As the creature's rictus grin is growing as it's looking at you all. Teeth almost biting down into its lips. Dark tinged blood running over its teeth.
Okay, I guess we are not going to help this individual. They're too far gone. Let's back out, everyone.
Well, I mean,
Though he is
We can
blocking
get
the way
by
to
him.
get there.
yeah.
And as he's banging on the door, a voice calls out, "What are you doing over there? Why are you banging?" I see. As this creature walks out from its cave, "We have visitors." And that's where we will end the session. As this larger gnoll with dripping purple fangs and bloody claws walks out from its cavern. Thank you all for playing. I know this was a crazy kind of session with our skill challenge and, of course, dealing with these gnolls and their bloodthirsty ways. So I want to thank you guys for all being here. If you have any feedback for me and reflections, please let me know. And we should be able to play next week on the 6th.
It's already October.
And we will
Jesus
continue our
Christ.
adventures. Yes, we are in October. Spooktober has begun.
Oh, and as a bit of a heads up, I already told Caleb this, but it's not the 6th, but the week after that, I'm going to be out of town visiting my younger brother, so I will not be able to make it to that session. We have the next one, but not the one after.
Absolutely. And let's see here.
The third, Friday the 13th.
Yep, Friday the 13th. October the 20th is the day after, and the day that we're going to be able to celebrate my wife and I's 4th wedding anniversary. So that day, we are going to be doing anniversary stuff, so I will not be able to play.
Priorities.
I know. Who would miss D&D to do something with their spouse?
Hey, you're not allowed to throw my own shit back at me.
No, I'm just kidding.
Relationships are dumb. D&D is cool.
All the cool kids do
Absolutely.
it.
Absolutely. I mean, look at Matt Mercer. It's not like he's married to a person. Wait, he is married to a person. Oops.
No, he's married to a force of nature.
I am sorry I wasn't able to make it, but I was able to catch the last hour. Although I have no idea where we are.
We're at the Cackling Chasm to rescue the missing fishhook that you guys were sent after.
Right.
And I had to chastise
Not find, but
Orpheus
rescue.
because he subbed out
the perfectly good orcs for gnolls, because we could have had an orcasm. We all could have had an orcasm.
And since we're talking about Spooktober, everybody, you have Spooktober homework. You all have to go and watch a spooky movie called Hereditary. Because I just watched it and I was like, man, this is the spookiest movie I think I've ever seen.
Wait, is that this was like some demonic child or whatever?
Actually, there is no demonic child in it.
What
There
am I thinking of?
there is demons in it, and there's a demon in it, but they totally did the thing in. Man, I fucking just spoiled the movie. God damn it! They did that thing where they make you think that it's gonna be one way, and then they verve it on you.
Like the From Dusk Till Dawn approach.
Oh man, such a great movie. Not only do you get just prime, oh my gosh, Selma Hayek. You get Tarantino licking someone's foot, and turns out it's a vampire movie the whole time.
Wait, what?
Yeah, and Cheech Marin plays like 3 or 4 different roles.
Yep.
Oh man, and the best NPC name of all time. You go into the bar, you meet a random biker. He looks to you and he says, "My name is Sex Machine. It's nice to meet you." I know this sounds like we're making it up, guys, but it's real. All right, everyone.
I mean, if
need to head to bed.
it's a Tarantino film, I believe you.
Wait,
I think-
Lex, you haven't seen
So
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Tarantino wrote it. Like the original script, it was like that movie combined with Reservoir Dogs, and Tarantino's pulled a lot of things to make Reservoir Dogs. And Robert Rodriguez was like, "Holy shit, Tarantino is making Reservoir Dogs. He's gonna pull more stuff from this script to make other movies. I don't hurry up and make this." And so, hence From Dusk Till Dawn.
That makes sense.
I will say if you don't want to watch all of From Dusk Till Dawn, at least Google the Salma Hayek portion of it because it's phenomenal, and that's coming from a gay man. So not gay man, but a gay man.
I love that little thing.
Gaiman.
Excellent. All right, guys, I'm gonna head to bed. I hope you guys all have a good weekend, and I'll see you next week for more Rime the Frostmaiden. Goodbye.
All right, thanks for running, and thanks everyone for tuning in. Catch you next time.
Yep. I got to get up early for work tomorrow, so I'm going to head out. But it was, as always, a good game, and I'll see y'all next week.
Right.